if you can't play carries top, then I just feel like you can't really play in this meta.
Yeah. I mean, and then it goes back to overall strength of the league and what the objectives are. And I think just coming back to Ssumday, who has been lauded as a top laner in a while and the beneficiary of a team. They imported a team for him and get to this point where it was his turn to carry. They called his number and TSM just straight called him out multiple times with bad plans and still found success. So,
they also disrespected Tommy, but like that's like I mean I think that's more reasonable.
That's later, and we have an example on why they did. What does this say about Ssumday? Because that to me is like the point I wanted to get to here is like, is it downhill from here? Was it meta difference? Is it team difference? Like what? And that's why when I'm asking about, hey, is this when we look at this Jace pick that should be winning in this type of a matchup? I'm like, is this Ssumday's fault? And you're like, oh, everyone has to ward around the 1-3-1. Everyone needs to know what they're doing.
But then there's also like the thing of if you're a really good top leader, you should be able to like tell your team what you need in order to win the game.
Right.
It's like I need you to like come like okay like finish like you can micromanage that if you're good enough. But I don't think Ssumday I feel like Ssumday is like pretty quiet and he's just trying to like fit into the team, not really being like demanding like, look, like ward here, and here. I'm going to walk up and I am going to absolutely shit on this Nar's face. Okay? So that is the plan. You ward here, and here. I'm going to take the turn in front of him. I will win us this game. Just make sure that you are close to Baron so that if they send multiple people, we just get the objective for free. Boom. That's it.
When a player, LS, since apparently you haven't said anything for the last 10 minutes.
I just spoke before Ssumday. Dude, this guy's a Papega. Put it on the bingo. Give it over. Give it over. This donk needed to get clown bop.
When a player
he has a Twitch Prime though, so.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Twitch Prime.
He's forgiven.
When there is a player that needs to that is starting to show that, what do you how much time do you give them? And I know I always give you these types of questions where there's a lot of conjecture and a lot of like you need to find out, but like you're in this position where let's say you're Papa Smithy. What do? You do have tenacity behind him, who is a highly rated youngin, but this is Ssumday. This is a cornerstone player of your organization. What are the processes that you look at?
So when a top tier player starts falling off, I don't really know what you do because I've never seen a top tier player, I think, fall off in a team, not have variables around him changed, and then have him return to form. I don't think that's ever happened, or at least not that. And when I say return to form or fall off, I mean like a very, very, very big swing between their level of play, right? Like you take Viper, he goes to Hanwha Life. He was playing really, really well, but he's not playing as well as he is like right now in LPL. You look at Keen and Afrika, and Keen isn't playing necessarily as good as he once was. Summit on Live Sandbox really fell off a cliff in terms of like skill level. I think normally this starts to happen. I'm not really sure what obviously it requires conjecture to know what might be causing it, right? Because low sample size of games can lead to maybe even overreaction on some things, but I'm not really sure. I think also, to answer this about like if it's an amateur, right? If it's not Subway or Subway, Ssumday.
Subway. Okay.
Oh, no more McDonald's, baby. We're moving up to
maybe that's where he's gonna end up.
Okay, man.
He's gonna start hitting up Milan maybe on YouTube.
Milan from Subway. Oh no. Holy shit. 100 Subway.
Just take it away. I can't.
Yeah.
Go.
All right. I did put you on the spot, and you did. Like, I appreciate the examples that you gave there. And I feel like in this 100 Thieves series, we focused a lot on the top side of the map. Closer, bless his heart
100
again.
subs.
That's awful. Your mind was on subs the whole time, and it came out Subway. It's a Subway. Jesus. Oh my god. So Tom, not focusing, withstanding the top lane. What else jumped out at you from this match on the 100 Thieves side of things?
Tommy is Tommy. mean, it just is what it is, right? Like Tommy is just Tommy, and this is like part of the reason why I didn't like the Ryoma swap is like Ryoma is also a player where like just in general, when the pressure is on, he plays worse and worse. He seems like he has that like choker, like he's like choker-esque in that way where it's just like he's always gonna like let the pressure affect him and he's gonna be slightly worse when it matters more. And I feel like DeMonte was kind of the opposite. I thought DeMonte was like relatively clutch. Like he would find ways in playoffs to always be relevant. Like he wouldn't have like these horrible, like disgusting, I'm gonna int the whole game moments in playoffs himself. And I just feel like that would have been useful in a series like this. Like I think this series was winnable for 100 Thieves like at many different points. I think they could have won game 1, game 2, and game 3. So like the fact that they end up going with Tommy and then, you know, he's not even playing these matchups like the matchups are supposed to be played. Like Lucian versus Orianna is very bad for Orianna. Like it's hard. At the very least, you don't have pressure in the lane at like any point really as the Orianna. So you need to be able to like use that to actually get more of an advantage than they did. Like when you watch really good teams play with Lucian mid, the fact that Lucian has the perma push on Orianna just means that like not only is he going to be able to force the Orianna's TP in lane, but also like every wave that Lucian pushes, he's going to be grouping with his jungler and they're diving a side lane, right? And if you don't have TPs, people are just dying, and that's why Lucian is so good when teams play, and that's why like against teams like C9 that you give them credit for having a good Lucian player mid, but then also somebody that knows how to affect the map. I think that's just like it's just too hard to play against, and a lot of teams just aren't willing to do it. So the way I see it is like you don't like Ryoma never plays well enough to justify not having like the clutch factor that at least DeMonte had with the team. So, I mean, it's just another thing where I'm just disappointed in Tommy. I mean, he threw game 2 pretty much single-handedly. I mean, this team had Elder, they had Soul. There's no way that you have Infernal Soul and Elder, and you have a poke advantage naturally, and you can't win the game. I just don't believe it.
What do you
has
mean?
to be winnable.
Take a look at Golden Guardians. Ablaze Olive had a perfectly difficult amount of time.
True.
My God.
So what you're telling me, LS, is that Tristana mid just doesn't scale.
Not good.
That's the issue.
Not
Correct,
good.
yes. That would be what
right.
I'm saying, yes.
All right, okay. Perfect.
We do have it the moment ready to go. Can you narrate through this epic moment of winning until you're losing by in game 2, the play at 41 minutes and 9 seconds.
I don't have Parsec.
On Parsec. Oh, you don't have Parsec. All right.
I'm Parsec. It's all on Dom.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll do it. Okay.
All right. Dom's
I got it.
All right. Go ahead.
Bring us through this.
All
Narrate
right.
this.
Okay. So one thing that's really good about the situation is 100 Thieves have control of the river, right? With 20 seconds to spawn. So they not only have complete control, which means the enemy team has to face check into them, they also have a massive poke advantage. They have champions like Jace, Ashe, that can just throw volleys with the Infernal Soul. This is so potent, and the Nidalee healing is not going to be enough to actually give them the ability to like sustain the amount of poke that should be able to come out of 100 Thieves. So as you can see here, we're going to roll the clip. Okay, I like this. They're not letting TSM walk into river for free. And you know what they also can see here on their little ward ski right here is they got a Meganar that is timing out. Boom. So the Meganar is going to be tired. So, you know, when Meganar goes down, maybe then would be a good time to either start the Elder Drake or just continue poking because he can no longer generate rage, and Gnar, without being Mega in a fight, is significantly weaker. Okay, so let's play it. All right, I kind of like what they're doing so far. Just throwing skills at them, clearing out the enemy vision, not letting them walk in for free. Tommy, what are you doing? Why did he do this, man? Like, I just don't understand. You literally see, like, right now, the call should be like, Gnar's Mega, like, just chill out. And if you want to make this play, you at least need to play it in an intelligent way, right? So one thing that you can do on Tristana is you can cancel your jump with your flash. So if Tommy wants to jump here, he has to jump, and then once Syndra starts throwing his abilities, he needs to flash out of his jump to the side, and then auto Gale Force, auto R, and he probably kills the guy. Or forces his Zanyas, in which case they could kill him as well. But he just jumps right at him. It's like, it's so disrespectful, man. Like, of course, if you jump directly at a Syndra, and the Syndra is a pro player, he should be able to land the stun. And yeah, I mean, this is Tommy just throwing the whole game, and then FBI has to flash in to finish the play. And you know what the best part about this whole situation is? I just love seeing on the other side of it, like Gnar actually got like the Gnar that was mega on top of the ward actually just gets an ult off, and they one shot closer too. Like it's so crazy to me that this actually happens. Where it's like, I mean, we should be drilled at this point. Like there's so much Gnar in the meta right now. We should be drilled that like, hey, Gnar just went mega, don't fight, and then when he gets tired, like then we can start like being more aggressive. You know, like if anything, if you're gonna go for this play and you fuck it up this bad, at least do it on a timing where the Gnar's not mega, so that it like there's some thought going into it. But like Tommy, man, you gotta be we gotta be flashing, we gotta be like using the buster shot, we gotta be doing something if we're going for these types of plays. Disgusting. All of your gold stars have been taken away, and you should feel ashamed of yourself, Tommy. I didn't mean that last part. Tommy, you should feel great about yourself, but still, like, no more gold stars.
Yes, I see.
It's fine though. He's a nice guy, so. Yeah.
I was taking notes here, and please help us, Nade Shot, please. Yes. All right.
Is that how you? Oh, I can tell you're in NA. That's not how you spell Nate Shot.
It is.
Where's the T?
Where's the T?
You know what? He didn't make it all the way through. He got lazy. It's fine.
It's okay.
There's a T there.
It's okay. 100 Thieves isn't good at finishing anyway, so.
Thanks for watching VENN Esports. Make sure to hit that subscribe button below and explore our other videos. In fact, click, 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 click.